Chaos Raven here, the unearthed Shinigami, bringing you my newest acquisition, the Romankey Cowl Production 112 scale male body action figure. This is one of those blank bodies used for customs, highly articulated and highly sought after. Let's take a look at it. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Got the front of the box. Got the Romankey Cowl Productions male body 1/12 action figure body. Got some artwork. Something on the side there. I can't really see what it says. Looks like this is male. Some artwork on the back. White skin. There's the official Roman Cowl seal. And on the top, Romankey Cowl. Let's open this up. Let's see inside. Alright. Get rid of that box. And there he is. Alright, let's get him out of his plastic prison. Alright, let's take a look at him. Alright. So he's got his toe hinges on both the feet and the shoes. He's got ankle rock, forward, back, goes forward that much, goes down that much, double knee joints, that hip joint, look at that. And do splits completely. He's got a thigh swivel there, double ball joint, the midsection, oh, look at that. Hits a T-pose no problem. Actually, you probably go higher than a T with the false shoulders. Well, false butterflies. You can look up that much. You look down a whole lot more. You get one hell of a bend. Alright. I got some clothes set over here for him. We'll get him in that. But for now, we'll go ahead and set him right there. That's a good way of doing a size comparison, I think. Let's see. We've got the Muff Toys Atom Body. We've got the V Toys male body there. That's the Noda body. The Ants body. And now we got the Romankey Cowl right in the center. That looks pretty good. Alright. Let's see what he comes with. Alright, so what he comes with is we got 2 pair of open hands. We've got a pair of grip hands. We've got a pair of even more closed grip hands. We've got hands that'll hold weapons such as knives, swords, axes. Right, let's flip those around so you can actually see that. And then we got our firearm holding hands. We've got hands that say we're number 1, pointing, shush. There's a lot of things that that finger can be used for. And then we have My favorite hands. The ones that tell you you're number one. Alright, and then we got some lower shins. Looks like for some high cut boots. And then we've got some shoes with toe joints. Also, we've got extra pins. Here, we've got the eggs and sausage. And I'm not talking about breakfast, unless you're into that thing. But that's what he comes with. Now we get to play my favorite game. Can he hold it? Let's find out. Alright, here's where we play that game. Will it hold it? So, with most of these blank bodies, a lot of times it's very finicky on what you can fit in their hands as far as accessories. So we're going to move through a few things today. So, starting with the shank or small knife from, I believe that's the one you get from Sharon Carter. So, will it hold it? Well, yes. Slides in really nice. No problem holding it. Alright, that's a good one. Next, we got a short blade. Not a problem there either. Works very nice. And if it works in one hand, it's going to work in the other, well, assumably. Yep. Not a problem. Alright. Now here is a knife from one of those play sets with the helicopters. And it will hold. Even putting the finger around there and get right in. Not a problem. That's good. I like that. Alright, let's see here. Got a katana from one of the Hasbro lines. This could be a Deadpool. This could be a Storm Shadow or a Snake Eyes. But any way you look at it, it's being held really nice. It's a good grip hand right there. They're very malleable. Well, let's move on to the machete next. Let's see if we can get that in there. No problem. Let's see. Slide that up. Turn and move. Lock it in. And there we go. Right around that machete. You know, these grip hands are working pretty nice. I like how that, because they're soft. Go right to the chainsaw. Yep. There you go. I'll throw it on the other side here too. All right. That's the chainsaw. Let's see if we can get this sword in there. Yeah, that'll fit. I already can tell. All right, so yeah, that's a really nice one too. There we go. Last but not least, this is from one of those League of Legends figures. It was the knight, I forget his name. But it was one of the biggest handles I could find. And easily holds that just as well. A little bit off in there, but it'll hold. It's a big sword. All right, now we're going to move on to the firearms hands. First things first is the V-Toys handgun. This is one that comes with the clip that slides in the bottom. I've had this one in the hand earlier already, so I already know that this one holds. And it's just weird how you have to move just move everything around with the hand, like the thumb, the trigger finger, like everything has to get moved. Once you get it down in the bottom, turn it a little, get that thumb over, and that finger should slide right up in that, under the trigger, and get the, there it goes. Yeah, that's a little harder to get in there, but it does work. Alright, that one goes better into the V-Toys figure, I think. Alright, next is a submachine gun from the 2-pack Punisher. Same deal. You're going to be able to get them in, but you have to make sure you get underneath those fingers first. And then position around so you can get that thumb in. And that is the SMG or submachine gun from the Punisher 2-pack with bushwhack. Alright, here's I believe this is Operation Monster Force. Same thing. Make sure you get that down underneath those fingers there as you're pushing down. Pop that thumb around. Get nice tucked in down there. Finger up and around. There we go. Now I believe that's Operation Monster Force. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Then we have a Fortnite 45, which I tried earlier, and it actually went in really easy. Like I said, like that one was probably one of the easiest. What else we got? We got this here. I believe also it's a Hasbro. I believe it's a G.I. Joe weapon. Again, though, yeah, it's all the same thing. Make sure you come down underneath that. Put your finger around. There you go. So yeah, multiple different weapons. Hands work on all of them very good. Let's get this guy clothed up. Alright, we got him in a pair of jeans and a jacket that I made personally. I'll have to make him a shirt, but that's not going to take too long. I just want to say thank you guys for coming and watching the review on this. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe and share. And until next time, later.